Hello there, English speakers, and welcome to the museum in Ljusdal. I'm not that late. The clock is not working, and he is the founder of the museum. She founded it after her death, but still, thank you for that. And here you can learn a lot about your personal history, if you have any, from Ljusdal in Hälsingland. But we'll talk about censorship and propaganda in the most fun way. But let's start by taking a big, deep breath. So if you have relatives from this area, you can probably find photos of them here and a lot of general interesting historical document, but from normal people. There were no nobles in this part of Sweden, so everything here are from normal people that lived their usual life in the forest here. So I got a comment about Alzheimer's from Karin Avis. There is a new medication that is promising against Alzheimer's, lecanemab. And this lecanemab, it has some antibodies that eats something that is bad for your brain in some ways. And, well, it slows down Alzheimer's. It doesn't stop it, and you can get bleeding in your skull, and you can get headaches. So it's far from perfect. While you have other treatments that I talked about, eating eggs, stop eating dangerous medications, and sleeping better, and DSMO does have some side effects, but mostly irritation. So this is a very expensive drug, and maybe stop taking statins and medications for blood pressure, for example, if you do that, and stop poisoning yourself with heavy metal or aluminium, for example. And here you can watch old newspapers and images, so you can really spend the time here if you have interest in your history. I prefer to not live too much in the history, but I think it's important to preserve it. So come to Ljusdal and you will have a nice museum. Very personal, I would say, even if we don't know exactly who left those Stone Age tools, or maybe they are way later. Hard to know. So I'm back on YouTube, actually. So that went easy. I just said, oh, sorry, I just was critical against the censorship. So if you want to see my very old videos, you can do that. And here you can see a lot of, not videos, but a lot of old photos. So this is the oldest photo shop in Sweden, actually. Not here, but it's their stuff. They are still open, and they want to transfer all their work to the museum, as the family can't continue to hold a photo studio anymore. Times have been changing, and it also has changed in the classroom. So here's an old classroom from, I don't know, 100 years ago. Some things are a little bit more fresh, but we still used to have, a map when Sweden was big. Very important to teach all the people. And here you have a more Christian map. So the good thing about being on YouTube, maybe I did not get nostalgic, and I did not watch my old videos. Some really did, and they dived down in these old videos from over 5 years ago. I think it's good that it's back. Maybe I will spend some time and look at some old things that I did. You can learn important Swedish words like die, in Swedish. That's important to teach kids, I think. But I can upload to, I haven't succeeded yet, but you can upload to Rumble that also uploads it to YouTube, if that works. And then BitChute can mirror from my YouTube channel. So that saves me a lot of uploads. So here you see a map which have actual mountains that you can feel. A little bit cute, very expensive thing in the time, I think, if I remember correctly. But not for Odyssey. You have to have a big YouTube account before they spend time on it. You can't do it automatically. And BitChute I have applied to do to make it mirror my YouTube channel, but it hasn't been approved, I think. We'll see when I upload this. There are some censorship on X though, so I'm banned from X but allowed on YouTube. That makes it look very bad for YouTube. No, for X. I'm distracted by all the things I see here. So we have this Nikita Beer, and he has been working for Meta before. So that's someone who likes censorship, it seems. And he says that everyone is a bot that he doesn't like. So that's sneaky kind of behavior. And he's the head of product, the X product. So my feelings about being back on there is not big, but I've linked to someone who had Destroying the Illusion, was very emotional about it. And when you watch the comments on X, that's very sneaky. You can, for example, watch Elon Musk, and then you see all the comments that agree with you because you are, you are following them. If you are not logged in, you don't see any comments. And if you are someone with another opinion, you see the accounts that you are following. So that's very scary, I think, that the comments might be siloed. And that's bad. And now they will have AI that is selecting what you see, and I can't adjust that, what I see, because I can't like things with my account. Maybe I will use my backup account to comment something, but I hope that they will correct this, because I'm not a bot like this Nikita Beer is saying. So this is a festival, temporary exhibition, so you can't see it otherwise, and you can play dress up here if you like. I did that the last time I was here. Took a photo at least. Spotify is also censoring. Nick Fuentes, he was the number one podcaster on Spotify suddenly, and then he got banned. So it's still owned and controlled by Daniel Ek and Martin Lorentzon. So they do have the majority of the votes. So in Sweden, you can have not normal shares. They can have different voting power, and that is what is happening there. Here, my classmate, who is the boss of the museum now, he is talking on movies, and so you can hear his voice and wonder if he's here. Yeah, that's my classmate, not the one in the video, but the one who is talking is my old classmate. He's working partly here because, well, they don't have enough money in this museum due to poor taxpayers. Talking about something, yes, so still, well, Spotify, they have to censor a lot because they have music interests, and the music business is owned by you know who. So that might be the reason they have to censor, not because they are run by the banks that own most of Spotify, but they do have personal control over the voting at least, but they can't piss off their business partners. That's where the censorship comes from. People don't understand that because they are not Swedish and don't look into exactly how the company is run and the power of it. Obama has almost finished his presidential center south of Chicago, and it looks not like anything you have seen here. It looks horrible. It looks like something that will castrate you and steal your soul from you. So here you have all the tech from the photo company. And even more, you can imagine if you are an old person and you can see all your friends from your childhood in some of the pictures or some of the roads, etc. Can't see it well. And the classroom that we just saw. You remember Ezra from the Church of Zion, the Zionist so-called Christian who decided that it was a good idea to get arrested in China. But there is a shadow of Ezra. Sometimes he posts things that are, well, not really perfect, but yeah, he might be a good follow. And he is pointing out, just like Ian Carroll, there is a problem with Jack Posobiec. He is blaming leftists for the murder of Charlie Kirk. He is totally swallowing the FBI narrative that we know is not correct. And that is just evil. And Ian Carroll, on the other hand, I can say that he is 100% a good guy. There is no doubt about it. No evil person can play that role so well. So we trust him. We don't trust that he gets everything right, of course. He does do a lot of different things and sometimes he's not up to date with everything. The Russian government, they have promised Anna Paulina Luna that they will release all their JFK-files that no one has asked for until now. She had to go to a spectacle with Charlie Kirk, so she couldn't get them at once, but she will get them next week and she will have them translated, etc. I really doubt that this will be anything. First of all, Anna Paulina Luna, sometimes she seems really honest, but then she lies, obviously, about Israel and those sort of things. So we'll see if this is just some sort of op. And the problem is, of course, this information is from KGB. Do you trust KGB and what they have written in their papers? I mean, it could be total lies from some other side, and maybe they are blaming China for the murder of JFK or whatever. That's totally possible. But let's end with a very important joke. So jokes can be extremely important, actually. So you have a lady, she has been speeding in her car and she got stopped by the police. You were speeding. Yeah. Sorry about that. Can I see your driver license? No, I don't have any. I have been drinking and driving too much, so I totally lost that. So here is living history. You can do some craft works here to preserve the knowledge. So, okay, you don't have a driver license. Can I see your registration certification then? No, I have stolen this car, she said. Oh, you did? Yeah, and then I murdered the owner of the car and cut him into pieces and put them in the trunk. The police now calls for backup, and then the backup comes and they ask her, so they told me that you have stolen this car and you have murdered the owner. So can you show us the trunk? And she goes to the trunk and she says, yeah, here is the trunk and it's empty. I have my registration certificate here, and do you want to see my driver license also? And the other ones, cop said, what? We were told that you had murdered someone and stolen the car. That's odd. Yeah, that cop will soon actually tell you that I was speeding also. So this is how they do every psyop all the time. They feed you with a lot of false information to hide the actual crime that they have. So if you want to prepare for making someone distrusted, then you do exactly like this lady, confess to a lot of crimes that you didn't do, and then they forget about the crime that you actually did. And finally, I have a short video with a very cute goat, and there is nothing wrong with a video of a very cute goat, but there is something more to this little short video, so you have to look that up on my Substack. And now we'll end it here. Come to Ljusdal and this museum before they have to close. It's free entrance, so they are looking for donations, of course. Still at the Ljusdal Museum, and here you can practice your Latin in an old drugstore from over 100 years ago. And you are not allowed to use the tools here, but you can make pins and stuff. I just wanted to add, hi and welcome everyone on YouTube. I have 9,300 subscribers there, so it's not unimportant that I get back there. So excuse me for the break of 5 years from YouTube, and that's all from the drugstore here. You have a better image of all the names if you want to look them up on my Substack that is free to pay for if you want to pay for it.